welcome to Cate's World of Entertainment. Today's edition, we're very excited because we're looking at our first pantomime of the year. Oh, yes, we are. And we've got some very, very special people because we're at the Dylan Thomas Theatre and it's Swansea Little Theatre's production of Peter Pan. Now, I know Peter Pan is a lovely children's story because it started, if my knowledge is correct, as a play. You know, so over the years it's been a play. But now it's a pantomime, you know. So how do you feel about the theme of Peter Pan as a pantomime?
It's lovely. I mean, it's got all the elements of pantomime that we know and love. Like you just said, the oh yes you do, and he's behind you, all that silly nonsense. And there's a lot of silly ideas that put into the thing and things like that. However, the story itself, it's timeless, and the truth of the story is in the pantomime as well. And there are some beautiful moments of pathos and sadness that is in Peter Pan. You know, it's quite a sad ending.
It is.
Yeah, because you know he's kind of left in Neverland alone, and the Lost Boys sort of come to London and things like that. You know, so it's all that sort of sadness and stuff like that is in with the hilarity and joy of a pantomime as well. So there's something for everyone. It's a beautiful story. And
it is, and we should say that we're speaking to Peter Hawkeshaw, the director, and we're talking to Cate, Harvey, who's playing Wendy, and your character's already been mentioned, you know. So are there anything distinctive about your production of Peter Pan, you know, just any clever moments you'd like to share with us?
I won't want to give too much away, but we've had to be very innovative with the flying scene. Because the theatre, the roof wouldn't support sort of wires and things like that. So we had to be quite creative with that. And I don't want to tell you how we've done it.
But there is flying, isn't there?
Oh, Peter Pan must fly. Peter Pan must fly.
That's very, very interesting. And theatre is about imagination, isn't it? You know, so you don't have to have wires and all this.
No. Well, this is it. You know, when you are limited, you have to be inventive.
Yes.
You know, you have to sort of find creative ways to do what you want and to create that magic. And I think we've got it.
I think so. I think it's going to be very effective and something the audience might not be expecting from Peter Pan's flight. Yeah. Something which might blow them away, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be a lovely little gasp and a wow.
Yes.
But there's been tradition of pantomime at the Dylan Thomas Theatre, particularly with the Swansea Little Theatre. And it's great that you are directing this year, because Simon's been the director over the past. It sounds nice to have a bit of a change. Simon's still involved, which is great. Yes. But you are no stranger to pantomime yourself, so please tell us about what other pantomime ventures you've had.
Well, in my bread and butter in my professional days, I did a lot of touring theatre, which involves going around schools and entertaining, like, you know, kids from 3 to 10, and, so I developed a certain style of entertainment and dealing with the audience. Because the audience, I think, as a performer, is your best teacher. You know, especially when you're doing comedy, you know, if you've got it pitch perfect when you're getting the laugh every single performance, if you know what I mean.
It's worth so much when you hear the audience laugh.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Because it's amateur theatre, but it's almost payment in a way for hearing the laughter.
That's why you do it. Yeah.
Yes. And it's particularly good to get families involved. You know, have you got that very much in your mind when you're directing and putting the show together? Yes.
No, it's funny you should mention families, because the Darling family, they're almost all related. You've got John and Michael, who is they're both actual brothers.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, one sort of and they very much look like Cate.
Yes, there's a resemblance there.
They're both lovely little blonde little fellas, and they're both great. They really come up
gorgeous.
And absolutely wonderful young actors. And that was the thing as well. I had a lot of trepidation at the beginning of this thing of working with young people, because I've entertained them, great, you know, I can wind them up and let them go back to their mothers, but actually teaching them is a little bit, I was thinking, you know, how's it going to go? But they've been absolutely brilliant, and the enthusiasm, the joy, the inventiveness, the comedy, you know, they brought it all, and like every silly idea, they just went with it and brought it to life, you know.
That's super. So how many people are involved? How many children, how many adults?
There's about 23, 24 in the cast.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's mostly children, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I know, and of course we have to have the chaperones backstage,
Yeah.
and you know, we have to like, you know, sort of split up dressing rooms and things like that. And,
I was going to say it's like a family, but it's more like a village. It really is, isn't it? You know, and so please tell us some of the other actors and actresses, and say also about the production. You know, we've got a grand set behind us, as you can see, which is, I guess, Captain Hook's.
This is Captain Hook.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! So please tell us about those who are involved, both as actors and actresses, and any other fellow creatives, as well as saying about the setting.
Certainly. Well, on the auditions, I had like 3, and the last one was on the Sunday, and I was beginning to despair because I didn't have a Peter Pan at that moment. And then in walks someone I'd never met before, a lovely young lady called Phoebe Bullock. And I thought, right, if she can sing, she's got the part. And my God, she could sing, yes.
That's
oh my goodness, she could sing.
Yes.
She's really, you know, she's embodied the role of Peter Pan.
Superb.
Yeah.
And of course there is the music, which we'll talk about in a minute, but who else are involved?
And then for a Tinkerbell, she's one of the younger ones, but she's 70, but she's got a very sort of responsible sort of professional sort of attitude.
Absolutely, she's very mature.
And her name's Jess Flynn. She's also very good. All the cast are brilliant. I mean, some of the Lost Boys. One of them made me absolutely got me in hysterics yesterday. They came up with, like, the character's Toodles, and Toodles' reason for living is cake.
Oh, I've got an affinity with it.
All the Lost Boys are girls actually, but they're called the Lost Boys, but they play by girls. You know, I got the idea of her eating cake, but she had the first time with the cake yesterday, and then she pulls out a handkerchief from nowhere and then stuffs it in a thing like this, getting ready to get, and then because there's like loads of cream on top, and she just shoved her face in it, and it was all over the mouth.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Keep it in.
It was brilliant. All the other dialogue, the Lost Boys are doing all their dialogue there. I was all I could do was I was just in hysterics, just all watching it. It was great.
Oh my gosh, no. And so, any others you'd like to mention?
They're every single person in the cast are absolute gems. You know,
Captain
Captain Hook, oh yeah, of course. You know, I mean that's done by the wonderful Tim Pittman, who's normally the pantomime Dame. You probably.
Oh yeah.
And I did originally cast him as the Dame. And I think he was a little bit disappointed at first, but then I didn't really have a Hook, and I sort of said to him, "Do you mind playing Hook?" And he went, "Yes, yes, I'll play Hook." You know,
yes,
he was
he is an actor who can be like a chameleon. He can do something.
He is.
Which is great. We've just mentioned about the music as well. So please say about your collaborative.
Right. Okay. So the person who was in charge of the music was Simon Price. He's been coming every Sunday and helping us all rehearse.
And the songs.
And the songs. Yes, you know many of the songs. Like these songs like "I'm a Believer." Cate does a wonderful song, "Dream On." I don't know if you know it by Aerosmith. It's a wonderful again one of those moments of pathos in the show. And one of the most beautiful songs we've got is. It's a duet between Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. I know him so well.
Oh, that's great, isn't it? You know, and of course you're no stranger to the stage. I'm already calling you Wendy. You know, please say about other productions you've done here and possibly as well.
Yes, well, I joined the theatre in 2017 in Francis Purchase's production of Under Milward. So, and we were in that together as well, actually. Yes, I played a little role, My Rose Cottage. And since then, even during COVID, I've done, we did Joe Brand's Mental, our first Zoom performance, actually. I've been in Woman in Mind by Apeborn.
I love that show.
Yes,
your production of that.
Beautiful show. A few Christmases ago, we did, not quite a panto, but a Christmas show, C.S. Lewis's The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, The Cherry Orchard by Chekhov.
Yeah.
But this is my first pantomime.
Yeah.
And I was a little apprehensive because I'm used to doing more dramas, I suppose. So I was like, yes, I'll be in a panto audition. But I had no idea I was going to enjoy it as much as it's fantastic by far.
Do you find there's a different approach to pantomime? And this is for you as well, Peter. In what ways?
You can't take yourself too seriously, absolutely. And I think in any show, but in a panto more than anything, you've got to be, you can't be precious at all. You've got to go with what's going to be funny and what's going to get the audience, even though it might feel strange at first.
Yeah,
willing to be silly. Willing to be silly, you might think, oh no, I can't do that, I can't do that. But you've got to, and you've got to have fun with it. And it's been brilliant to sort of let myself go a bit more. So hopefully this will be the first of many pantos for me.
You're breaking that fourth wall, aren't you?
Definitely.
It's getting the audience more and more involved.
Yeah.
So, please say how we can get tickets, but as well as the playing dates, because it's slightly different this year, isn't it? Your playing dates. So
yes.
please fill this in.
The reason they sort of changed it this year is because the weekends usually always sell out because the kids don't have school the next day. So they've split it up between 2 weekends. So it's the Friday the 1st, which is tomorrow. Yes. You're going to be great. And then Saturday the 2nd at 11 o'clock, and then another one at 3 o'clock. And then the following weekend on Friday the 8th at 7:30, and then Saturday the 9th at 11 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So there's 6 performances in total.
And the way to get tickets?
You can go to the website.
Yes, you can go to the website at Dylan Thomas Theatre, or you can phone the box office. The number for the box office is right at the top of the website, Dylan Thomas Theatre.
Yeah, so if you can either Google Dylan Thomas Theatre, or the actual address is www.dylanthomastheatre.org.uk.
So it's going to be such a world of magic, isn't it? Yeah, as soon as we speak about Peter Pan, our minds go to Neverland. So please say about the actual production, how many scenes and how you've, because with the theatre the size of the Dylan Thomas, you've been saying you have to be creative.
Yes.
And there are some limitations, but how have you managed to create all the different scenes?
Oh, okay. Well, the first scene, it starts in the nursery. So we've got like tabs that come to the middle. So it covers the pirate ship. So the black tabs will come across. They'll already be there. And then you have beds and chest of drawers and a French window is just out there. So that all gets played here. And then we'll open up to the pirate ship, and then when we got like Peter Pan's den again, we'll close the curtains, and we've got things on wheels, like a flat on wheels outside and a signpost, and they just sort of get brought in, and just to create the idea that you're in Peter Pan's hideout.
Yes,
one flat's got the never tree on it, and that sort of stuff, and a bow and arrow.
That's great.
Yes.
It sounds like it's going to be particularly magical. And I know that that Peter Pan, I was saying at the beginning, is a new theme for pantomime. What would you say as the maybe people are thinking, oh, I don't know, I'm going to do my Christmas shopping, I'm going to do shall I go to a pantomime? What can you say in a few words to get everyone to come along?
Oh yes, you should. Well, in my mind, we have brought the magic, that Neverland is and Peter Pan is, as much as we humanly possible with the resources we have into this show. There's so much fun, so much energy. There's so much enthusiasm from the cast. Every single scene is it comes to life and it's joyous and
There's so much going
it's,
on.
Oh,
Right,
well,
every scene.
you've sold it to us.
Yeah.
You've sold it to us. So thank you so much. Thank you for telling us about the world of Peter Pan at the Dylan Thomas Theatre, Swansea Little Theatre. You'd be a fool to miss it. Fly in.